So today I want to go ahead and do a review on my coilovers for my Mustang. Just so you know, I have the SR Performance Racing coilovers. They're definitely one of the cheaper coilovers on the market for the Mustang. So I want to go ahead and let you guys know what I like, what I don't like about them. I've had them on there for about 4 to 5 months, so I just kind of want to give you guys an idea if it's something you're considering, whether you're going to go with, SR, BC, IBOC. So depending on whatever you're going to go with, I want to show you, how well mine have done and what I like and don't like about them, in case it's something you are considering. I want to show you how the car currently looks here. So right now, there is the stance of the car. It is pretty low. Definitely not slammed on the ground or anything, but it is to my liking there. That's where I prefer it to be. It doesn't scrape or anything, which is awesome. It is a daily driver, so I wanted it to be practical. Not something I have to go sideways over every curb or go kind of insane with. So, not much room there, but as well, peep my new sticker. Well, let's go ahead and jump in the car, go for a ride to give you a real idea of what it's like and go over everything with the coilovers. So now being in the car, I want to go ahead and go over, the goods and the bads to the coilovers, what I've learned about having them on the car for this long, and, what I like and what I don't like about them personally. So digging right into it there, let's start with the goods and the bads to the coilovers. We'll start with the goods first. There's definitely going to be quite a few things. The goods are going to outweigh the bads for these coilovers. First one is definitely going to be price. Price for these coilovers, brand new retail, is only $850. There's a lot more expensive ones out there, that are well over the thousands. And so with that being said, they're amazingly priced. You definitely can't beat them. They are I think they are the cheapest coilover for this car. So you definitely can't beat them for the price. That's going to be the number one thing. Number two is definitely going to have to be going into adjustability. Obviously, with any coilover, just kind of a coilover statement in general. But with any coilover, you have a lot more adjustment. With these, you have 16-way adjustment, hard or soft, depending on what you like, whether you're going to the track, daily driver, whatever it's going to be for you. Me personally, never tracked this car, but I do want to sometime in the future. It is my daily driver, though, so I have mine set pretty soft just to try and make it as nice of a ride as possible. So the third thing that I'm going to have to go into for these coilovers is definitely going to be handling. It's kind of a statement in general, again, for coilovers, but they do handle amazing. This car, before coilovers and stock suspension, was honestly all over the place. It felt like pieces of a puzzle. And with the coilovers now on the car, it feels like the puzzle's complete. The car feels a lot more refined. It definitely takes corners a lot better. I'm not going to say it's amazing or anything, obviously there's a lot more components that can be done to make this car handle way better, but it did make it a lot better. With it having obviously the lower center of gravity there, the car does handle tremendously better, takes corners a lot more well. It doesn't feel like it's going to slide out, roll over the place, So I will say that handling is amazing in this car now. But then we want to go ahead and lead into the bad things. There are only a few things. First and foremost, definitely going to have to be the bumpiness. It kind of depends what type of a person you are, whether you're younger, older, what kind of driving style you like. But these are on the bumpier sides of things. You probably see me bouncing around quite a bit in here. And that's just driving on a normal road in my town here in Arizona. So, it kind of depends what style you like. Me, I'm young, don't mind bumpiness at all. It doesn't bother me. Some people may be differently, maybe if you have back problems or anything like that, it may not be as comfortable for you. So it depends what kind of person you are. If you can handle the bumpiness, I would recommend these, especially for the price point. And so with that being said, though, I did want to mention that there are other coilovers out there. These aren't the only brand. You can get different spring rates. I don't know necessarily from SR if they have different spring rates, but I know like BC does. For example, BC Racing coilovers, they have different spring rates you can do. If you want to, maybe softer, harder, stiffer, whatever you want out of the coilover, they can probably adjust more for you. So it all depends on your personal preference, really. But me, this doesn't matter to me at all. I'd much rather have the handling than care about the bumpiness in the car. And so then leading into the second thing, for the bad things about these coilovers, there's definitely going to have to be adjustment for me. This is an opinion statement more of. Depends how low you want your car to go. For me, I didn't want it slammed on the ground. I'm not someone who wants to scrape everywhere I go, nor did I not want to make it over speed bumps. So at this height that I have it at, perfectly makes it over speed bumps, does everything great. I've only scraped once, and that was just in a bad situation. But other than that, never had a problem with them so far, and I've had them on for 4 or 5 months now. And as well, so the big thing with adjustability that I noticed is when I originally put them on the car, the fronts went a lot lower than the rears, which was kind of weird. I'll show you guys a picture of what it originally looked like here. And so from that picture, as you can see, the front's a lot lower. So in that picture there, the front wheel was actually, the tire was rubbing on the inside of the fender, so I definitely had to raise the front a little bit. I didn't want it quite that low. But although it was that low, I raised the front up, about an inch or so. And the only thing I noticed is that with the back, I wanted the back a little bit lower. But I came to find out that the back, when I was trying to lower it as low as I wanted it to go, it did become maxed out at a point. And it wasn't quite as low as I wanted it to. In the pictures you see of how it sits right now, that is very close to maxed out. Just so you know, that's only about 5 turns away from being maxed out. So I didn't want it to be fully maxed out, but I kept it as close as possible. And so those are definitely going to have to be the goods and the bads there to it. So with that being said, it depends how low you want to go. If you want to go a lot lower, maybe definitely recommend a different spring rate or a different company possibly. I wish I could have gone about a half an inch lower, but at this point, it's fine. I got these for an amazing price. I paid about half of what they normally cost. I'm brand new in the box from a friend, so I couldn't complain at all. That's why I went with these, but everybody has their preference there. I just got a really good deal, so that was my big thing for buying them. So we're now back at my house. That's going to end it for the video today for the coilover review. So if you have any comments or questions regarding the coilovers or anything on my channel that you've seen, or really anything to do with my car or anything regarding any of my videos, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram at Chandler140. Just want to thank you guys for anybody that's seen my videos, subscribe to my channel. I know we're not very big yet, but producing the best content that I can. Learning every day, so I know some of my audio isn't perfect yet, but I'm trying to get my best there. If there's any feedback you have for me or anything you guys want to see out of videos, please leave it down below. Take any feedback, positive, negative. But I do hope you guys have a great day. Definitely like and subscribe.